Greetings all, this is Nick from Those Hairy Gamers back with Justin. How you going, dude?
Doing well, man.
Excellent. We're back to do another upgrade tech video for X-Wing. Today we're going to take a look at Kylo Ren, because it was suggested to us from Mr. Robert Rain, who commented simply, Kylo Ren card. Fair enough. Let's review the Kylo Ren card.
Not even a question mark.
That's okay. We don't care. You can comment however you guys like, as long as we get requests. So Kylo Ren is a 3-point crew card for the Empire only. Action, assign I'll show you the dark side condition card to an enemy ship at range 1 to 3.
I'll show you the dark side reads when this card is assigned. If it's not already in play, the player who assigned it searches the damage deck for one damage card with the pilot trait. They may place it face up on this card, then shuffle the damage deck. When you suffer critical damage during an attack, you are instead dealt the chosen face up damage card. When there is no damage card on this card, remove it.
Very, 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 very powerful effect. And the cool thing is, if you're dealt a critical and you have shields, it does not matter. You still get the face-up card. Oh. It's very, very powerful. Kylo Ren, with this ability, is nuts. It's worth noting as well that the crew version of Kylo Ren assigns this card as an action, while the pilot version of Kylo Ren on the Upsilon class shuttle assigns this whenever any enemy ship shoots your ship. You immediately assign them, I'll show you the dark side, which is going to be the same effect as the upcoming TIE Silencer.
Okay.
Which is the same thing in ace form, which I think is very interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about an ace that wants to get shot, but we'll talk a bit more about that when it comes out. For the time being, let's focus on this crew version of it. Basically, it's a very, very cool, interesting effect, which loses utility as soon as you don't have good ways of getting criticals through in your list. Basically, to make this work, you need to have a list that's going to deal criticals to your opponent.
Yeah, and the best way to do that is either with the rack or with a whole bunch of missiles.
Pretty much. I mean, there's a few other things in the game that can give criticals, like there's calculation as an EPT, which is not that strong. I don't think there's any great combos on the Empire to use that with. You could use the Mangler Cannon. The problem is there isn't any real good, solid platforms on the Empire to use it on. You can put on a TIE Defender, but then you're getting no utility out of the titles of the TIE Defender, and it's overcosted. You can put on a Fire Spray, but I don't think Fire Sprays on the Empire are really that competitive, so I wouldn't even do that. So as you said, Justin, rack is a great way of doing it. So let's have a look at a basic rack build that uses Kylo Ren. So this, for example, is something we see quite a lot. Rear Admiral Shenru, Veteran Instincts, Kylo Ren, Emperor Palpatine, and engine upgrades for 62 points. And it's just solid.
Yeah.
Basically, you fly us alongside a reasonably expensive Imperial Ace like your Whisper or your Darth Vader or something like that. And already built into rack is great ways of getting criticals because of his pilot ability. When he's firing range 1 to 2, he can change any eyeball result to a crit result. Given that it's already a 360 turret with 3 dice, you're going to punch through results and you're pretty consistently going to get crits.
Yeah.
It's going to happen and you're going to get good use out of Kylo Ren. Even if your ace dies, Rear Admiral Shenru alone is going to get value out of Kylo Ren, which is great. It's what we want this card to do. And all in all, you pretty much always want to give your opponent blind and pilot. That's what Kylo Ren's designed to do. So not only are you punching your opponent in the face really hard, but you're preventing them from shooting you back.
You're punching them in the eye.
You're punching them right in the eyeball, that's right. I personally think this is very strong alongside, say, Whisper, because Whisper has 4 dice. If you have Emperor Palpatine, you can palp a crit on Whisper, or you can rely on Rear Admiral Shenru to get those crits. There's so many different conditions on this list to give yourself critical hits.
Yeah.
You're going to get the value out of Kylo, and that's fantastic. Another thing people are experimenting with is Lieutenant Colzet in the TIE Advanced. This is a bit more of a gimmicky build because Lieutenant Colzet can spend a target lock at the end of the turn to flip a face-down damage card face up. The idea here being you use Kylo Ren, you give your opponent a blinded pilot, it resolves, Colzet flips it back face up again, and you're basically chaining blinded pilots together.
Okay.
I have to be honest, I don't like it. I don't like it because I would rather just have a good wingman.
Yeah.
I just feel like if the combo doesn't work or Colzet dies too soon, which he can do because he's not a particularly tanky ship, you're just going to have a bad time.
Yeah.
What I love about Whisper and Rack or Vader and Rack is they're 2 good ships by themselves. And that's my whole issue with flying Colzet.
Yeah, talking about the rack, a while ago one of the videos that we did earlier there was one with the Inquisitor build as well, and that was interesting.
Yeah, exactly. The Inquisitor always fires at range 1, no matter what range he actually is at. Now, there isn't a great amount of utility out of that. It really depends how you go with the Inquisitor. So if you have cruise missiles on the Inquisitor, which you can do alongside Rack pretty easily, there's a good chance you're going to get criticals. There's no guarantee, but Emperor Palpatine can help with that as well.
Yeah.
Palpatine's great in this because basically you pretty much always run him on defense if you've got like a Sunterfell or Inquisitor, because you don't want those guys getting hit.
Yeah.
If they're going to get shot, always save Palp for the evade. If they're not getting shot, use Palp on a crit.
Yeah.
You're getting massive utility out of Palp either way. And this is something I want to bring up as well, because Palp got a nerf in that you have to choose the dice result before you roll instead of after. So you don't get to see what you get and then go, oh, now I'll evade. No. You have to sort of play the odds. And this way of using Palp is so strong. Using him to get crits is always reliable. You are never... Okay, let me clarify that. You're 99% of the time not going to roll 3 crits.
Yeah.
Meaning that if you use Palp on the crits, you're getting the full value out of him pretty much every time. And if you need evades on your ace, cool. You've only got one ship you need to put an evade on. You don't have to choose between one or the other, which you might have to do with, like, say, a Palp aces list. And you don't care about Rear Admiral Shenru. You don't worry about green dice because, A, he doesn't have any. Even at range 3, it's like, well, I don't care. He's got so much hull and stuff. You never use the green dice effect for Palp on Rear Admiral Shenru.
Yeah.
So you've got a finite amount of choices to use Palp, but he's getting great utility out of everything. And this really helps us capitalize on Kylo.
Yeah.
It's what Kylo's all about. You want to push through crits. And this whole list is basically designed to just push out damage, push out critical hits, GG, win the game as fast as possible. It works really well, and it's, in my opinion, the best use of Kylo. So Rear Admiral Shenru is probably, in my opinion, the better way of getting criticals that help Kylo out, but we can also do it through Ordnance.
Yeah.
That's quite an easy thing to do as well. And if we're going to use Kylo in Ordnance-based list, I feel like something like the Upsilon-class shuttles, the best way to do that.
You could also use a TIE bomber.
Yes. Yes, we could use a TIE bomber with the TIE shuttle title.
Yeah.
That's an option.
Not sure how it would work.
It's an interesting idea. My reservations come from the fact that Kylo's on a very squishy ship then.
Yeah.
I feel like the TIE shuttle isn't as competitive as the Upsilon class shuttle, but as a cheaper option, it's worth thinking about.
That way you could probably bust out at least 4 ships, maybe?
Yeah, you should be able to. I mean, on the Upsilon class shuttle, you can fly it alongside 2, say, bombers with proton torpedoes and something like that.
Yeah.
But you're not getting a whole heap of stuff. An Upsilon class shuttle and 2 bombers doesn't feel great.
No.
So basically, the way I see it, there isn't necessarily a great balanced way to integrate Kylo with Ordnance, but it's something to keep our eye on. It's probably the reason that Kylo gets flown on rack more than anything else.
Yep.
Actually, in the comments below, if you have an idea about how to make this work, Kylo alongside Ordnance-based stuff to trigger his ability, let us know, because it's a very interesting concept. But just falling back on the whole notion with Rear Admiral Shenru, it is so consistent. It's all about getting criticals. Look, without Kylo, this is an amazing list. Yeah. With Kylo, this is borderline bonkers.
Yeah.
I've flown against this a few times, and I hate it. I don't mind saying it's very, very, very potent. Yeah. And it's really the best way to get use out of Kylo. If you want to get those blinded pilots procking over and over again, and also punishing your opponent with firepower whilst they can't shoot, this is it.
Seems good.
This is pretty much it. And it's worth thinking about also what the new Kylo Ren on the TIE Silence is going to do. Because I feel like alongside Rear Admiral Shenru, that could be quite potent as well. And it also frees up this crew slot and this 3 points. We could, instead of putting Kylo Ren, we could put Vader on this build.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's nasty.
And the question is, I mean, is Kylo Ren or Vader better on Rear Admiral Shenru? I feel like Kylo Ren's better at the moment.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing. That's really where this crew card is getting its value. It's with Rear Admiral Shenru. But just talking about the crew card again, because that's what this video is all about. Basically, anything that pushes through criticals as an imperative is powerful. Anything that reflips critical cards like Colzet or Saboteur, I don't love it. I feel like these cards by themselves are just bad. I want to say I don't feel like they don't feel like they're giving you a lot of value for the points buy-in.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't recommend going for this kind of thing, but it's something to be aware of. You might want to fly a bit more of a casual list one day at like just a casual night at your game shop, and you want to try the whole Colzet and Kylo combo. So give it a go. So yeah, not a lot to say about this card. It's just really, really solid. If you can get the value out of those critical hits, you're going to get a lot of love out of this. And there's a great reason why this is comboing so well with Admiral Shenru.
Yeah.
It's basically the only thing coming up in the meta that uses Kylo Ren Crew Card. And there's a great reason for it. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Like our Facebook. And we'll catch you later.
Bye.